Alright, hello everybody, again, KingMinder Supercard here. Now, this video, very quick, well, not quick, but it will be shorter than, it will be similar to the Boom Guide video, which we posted late today as of recording this. This video will be posted after. Now, I've already got Bulldog, so you will not see me claim him. Personally, you won't, but this British Bulldog you can find in a campaign upon completion, and this is going to be a little guide to sort of help you with campaign, and especially with this campaign, roughly, where it can be extremely helpful to get. For this anyway, I also did get Warrior, which was on the easier side of campaign. This campaign isn't as difficult as you think. 100% sure. I can almost guarantee it is easier at the minute. If you didn't do well in Titans and Titans, which is these cards, or Ivar, Punk, etc., you will struggle a little bit. If you do not have good support, you'll big time really struggle. So, firstly, let me just tell you how campaign works and stuff. One, I'm doing just 2 picks on Legion card there. Shouldn't have to claim the pack. Yeah, good. So, campaign. Let's start at the beginning. A very easy stage. I'll tell you what these stages go up to. So the first stages are the Miz. Now, the campaign, as in general, is to set you on a road of every tier in Supercard that is active. What I mean by active is that you can pull them. So level 1 on campaign, for example, it's very simple, very easy. You don't have to think about it at all. Now, I'm not going to play this, but you will be facing this deck of cards. So you got this Jim Uso, WrestleMania 30, etc, etc. Now, I'll just tell you very quickly, this the Rocky map goes from SummerSlam 24 tier all the way up to the Metal tier, which is 5k cards, 4 or 5ks, maybe early 6ks, depending on some of the cards, but this is a Toughness Charisma one. So, yep, this is Rocky, goes from SummerSlam 24 to Metal. Highest you'll need is a 5k minimum. If you've got 7ks, like Legion cards or Ferals, Invasions, you're fine. Honestly. Amateur, starting all the way at the bottom here. So, Amateur goes from Ink all the way up to Invasions. So, again, basically, any Pro Ferals, Legion pluses, they're extremely easy to get now. You can basically complete that very simply. In the Pro is Legion, no, sorry, my bad, it's Ferals. It's just Feral only. So, again, anything above this, so 13k, I'd just basically say Legion cards, Legion Pros, you're perfectly fine. Rumbles, anything above it is amazing, perfect, you can blitz through it. Mid card is the Legions, which again, maximum 17 to 18k. Again, straightforward now. Basically, any Rumble cards, you are fine. Dual cards, you're more than fine. Anything above, basically anything above a Rumble card, you're good. Main card is, as you can see by the stadium there, is the Royal Rumble cards. And this is 29k here, very easy. Again, basically dual cards, Valors, you'll be perfectly fine. Countdown now is duels, and this is about the 30ks, 35k mark. These go up to about 36, 37 here, with their support. Very easy. Again, basically just main your 41s, you'll be good to go. Now, main event is a mix actually between, because two tiers released at the same time, between Valor and WrestleMania. So this at the maximum stage for Valor, So 42, say 45. For this match, you'll be using the power matches for the males. Female matches will be charisma. Pretty sure, no, they won't be toughness, sorry. My bad. Oh, yeah, because it's halfway. Ignore me there. And this is why you check the matches, because of this. But yeah, again, WrestleMania 41's be fine. And you have the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, which we will be completing again in soon, actually. Afterwards, again, 50Ks here, so unhinged cards, unhinged approach, perfectly fine. This way it starts to get a little bit more difficult. Challenger, now, Challenger just got made easier, so I'll explain more about the easier to difficult stages in a minute as we show these SummerSlam stuff off. But they basically made it so much simpler now. Now I know there it shows 70Ks, but again, pay attention to the match. So speed, bathing's on 82, which is very brutal. But this way it's more difficult because what can they do is once a tier goes, so for example, once British Bulldog goes, he won't be attainable anymore, but they'll basically split the stats in, well, not split them in half, but they'll split them to reasonable levels now. That ones that you don't require your super moves, you don't require your specific equipment and stuff like that with this. And of course, it's time for the main event. Now, very quickly, I will just do one of these, just to show you it, just show you the levels, and this way it's very difficult. Well, not very difficult, it will get worse than this, as I'll show you soon. Should be a win with all this, hopefully. If I lose, that's extremely embarrassing, but yeah, that match is easy. Very simple win. Batista and Eddie there. Got Maxine Dupree and Tiffany Stratton here. Very easy match, like I said. Perfect. There you go. And then I'm just going to use the table just to be sure here. You don't have to. Yep. And that was the formidable tag team in the last campaign. And John Cena. John Cena makes your game a little bit laggy. So if it does prop, sometimes if it lags for a little bit, it does tend to lag. And as he just said, they lost his smile. And now here is where we hit current tier. So first of all, some things to know about campaign 1. I always say 1 to 14 is extremely simple. 21 is when they start doing the pros, but they're at level 0, so you will not be affected as much. And then 28 is when they start to do pros, 4-level pros, and stuff like that. And this way it can get very tough. And this is why I recommend using the counts spreadsheet. I'll post a link to it in the description, so you can have a look at it and basically get used to it. I'll do a little tutorial as another video, very quick one. It'll be like a minute or so tutorial. It could be YouTube short, actually. I'll probably make a YouTube short, to be fair, just how to use accounts spreadsheet properly. But yeah, 22 to 56 is where it gets. It's basically very similar in stats. They're not going to change as much. It's just the arrows are going to change. Be wary though, arrows do change in campaign. So for example, for Uncle Howdy here, it is speed charisma, and it's right arrows. So let's say you want to choose Finn Balor, you have to use that arrow alignment equipment to do anything with that. Either now was up and down arrows, so you will get something like this, where it's just up and downs. Quite straightforward. Dom here was left arrows. And then this 57 to 84 is where it gets very difficult. So 57, it's yeah, it looks really bad. 100%. Now, I'm not going to do this level. I'm only going to be doing level 84 today in this one. But as you can see, this is where your equipment is the most important thing. And this is why I always say, equipment is the most important thing in the game. Whatever you do, some cards at the minute, amazing to get. They are really helpful. Equipment is more helpful than some cards. Seriously. Like, there's a reason why now we basically say if a certain card doesn't have equipment, it's just not as good. Because equipment is that important. And I'm not even trying to say the mic or anything. Equipment's that important to the point where if you're a card and you don't have a lot of equipment, then it's finished. Pretty much. But so let's go here. Start off with your up arrows, which is very difficult to do. Of course, if you have alignment, all well and good. This is where you start using a lot more super moves. An easy way to get super moves is being a loser in Royal Rumble. Just lose, you get an extra 4% instead of an extra 2% on a win. Stephanie Vakir is down arrows, which Cat Daddy, please release more down arrows. Bear in mind you do have CM Punk anniversary card coming on the 27th. Hope maybe PCC at the minute. It's not been announced. By the time it goes live, it might be announced. It might not be. But at the time of recording, it's not been announced. So hopefully a down arrow wins. Hopefully. So yeah, Stephanie Vakir is your down arrows. Seth Rollins is your left arrows, and then level 78 to 84 is every card. You can use any card you want. So now let's get into the business side of it, really, and that is completing level 84. Now, hopefully, even though I do have a lack of momentum slots, I have 3 momentum slots. I'm not going to use Bulldog. Hopefully, I can complete this stage. Hopefully, I should be able to. I should be able to do it again. If not, it'd be very embarrassing. And that's why you check your filters to be only certain arrows. So I'll explain why I'm making these my specific people that are going into momentum. John Cena. So level 84. Now 84 is a tough one. Well, it's not tough. Well, it depends. So I'm going to use this Ulafala with 16,000 proc. And this is why Battle Pass cards are so important. So, what Battle Pass cards do, for those who don't know, if you do know, you can skip a little bit of this. While I'm doing the equipments. So what Battle Pass cards do is is whenever they proc, they add to deck. So, if you want to picture it, John Cena procs, pound charisma, anything that John Cena does or gets goes pound charisma. So he will win. So every single card here is a Batista. That should not be Eddie, that should be a certain Ivar. There is. Hopefully I've got a super move. If I haven't, then that'd be very embarrassing. I should have a super move. Joe, we'll send it. If I don't, then I'll just say it's a super move. So here are your cards you're facing. Now, as you can see, you got again 56 to 84 stats, except Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. This match is a super move. You cannot win it otherwise. If you do not super move, you've lost. Big time. These two matches, this match is the second difficult match, I would say, and the Steve Austin and Bronson Reed is where you use your Cena. Now, at this point in time, you don't need Cena. Well, it's highly recommended that you do get Cena in the current stage. I know there's Finn Balor's out now, but again, you need to get your females to a minimum of 144 charisma. Minimum. And this is where John Cena's going to help a lot, or as I like to call him, the last real snowman. And with this Jacob Fatu as well. So let's get into it. Hope you're ready for an American Nightmare. Hopefully I've got a super move, so I can show the match in full succession. I do. So we'll just keep trying it until we complete it. Now, in this, John Cena must proc for him to win. He does not proc. So we'll be doing it again. Hopefully it shouldn't take us long. And this is where you choose your support. Here, so the reason we need John Cena to proc is because Tiffany Stratton and Maxine do not hit the 180,000 stat points that are required for this on their own. And this be your super move match. There you see 262 and 266. Of course, we're going to get destroyed 3-0. Here to change the game. Of course, we're going to get 0 stars there. Don't worry, I've already completed it with Bulldog, for the Bulldog, as you've seen. Since I do have him. I'll show Winston's stats after. Now, hopefully, John Cena procs. Here. On 40s. There we go. Oh, okay, so I do actually need 4 momentum slots for that. Don't worry though. That match is oh no, my bad. I was meant to Shaq. Shaq's the one I'll do that with, so I'll switch that in a minute. Just remembered. As you can see, we'll win that very easily. And then, of course, you would super move this match. I'll show the 3 stars as they happen. So hopefully, now that super move match would 100% win. So if I swap Shaq out, now take Batista's equipment off him, just give him some power equipment that isn't the Shaq headset. I'm pretty sure I've got something that gives him like 10k. I did have something that gives him 10k. So my bad, it's just that I've used. I'll just use the Earthquake Berg and hopefully I should be good with them two. Then with Shaq, I'm going to be using the Dex. There we go. And now hopefully, should be alright. If not, then it's because I don't have enough momentum. At the time of doing it, I did have 4 momentum. 5. I had 5 and I put basically everyone in. Except, I think, 1 or 2 cards. So, it's fine, but that is how you would do it. 100%, that is how you would. That's why I'm just trying to prove it. Prove that you can do it with it. I will say for forging, if you have true toughness for certain matches, get Nikki Cross. If you do not have true toughness, so if you don't have it, then you should definitely do someone like Tiff. Tiff's extremely helpful. If you're doing stuff from the Money in the Bank backstage store, I would recommend Jade more than Lyra. She's used a bit more. She's used in a full-on campaign level. Campaign set, to say. Not just level, just set. In Stephanie Vakir, being down arrows. Highly recommend getting her. If you have 7k. If you do not, then it's fine. You don't necessarily need it. You just need more super moves. If you didn't get JC, however, you just missed out on a very good card. Big time. And John Cena with his 50% proc rate just doesn't want to proc. And this is another tip I would say, patience. You need to be patient with everything in this. Campaign can be some of the most infuriating things possible. About 6 minutes of this has been me losing to Cody Rhodes and jobbing to him. But this is how you would also get your super move meter up if I had one. Well, if I didn't have one, just losing games, being a jobber. James Ellsworth. Being James, just losing every match. It's just game, of course. He's not. He's just 3-0 on me. So I think hopefully now we should win. Hope to God we win anyway. And this just shows, by the way, you can have BP Cena. If you do this wrong, it's finished. Near instantly. There we go. And yep, we are going to lose. But it's fine because I'm not to show the biggest issue of me losing. Again, Tiff carrying Maxine. Now I'm pretty sure I could actually spot momentum. Do you know what? After that, let's try, of course. Them two still win with their super move. Two crouching people. As you can see, Cody's doing this well, and CM Punk's ready to do his. It's clobbering time. So, let's do some, and this is another thing I would recommend campaign, actually, talking about it. Testing. Test your people. Test who will work and who's going to get destroyed. So, for example, in the match I'm currently doing, Shaq and Cena are getting destroyed, whereas everyone else is good. Now, I did take Tiff off momentum. The difference was about 5k, so it's going to be extremely close. But hopefully putting Shaq momentum, now it should be a lot easier. And for managers, I'm using Maurice, as it's said numerous times, and the Universe for that match. Hopefully Cindy can proc first time. And the 10% procs first time. Typical. Yeah, if you add 16 counts to that, it'll be fine. Although, in a normal situation, that would be perfectly fine. For like a normal one, 130s, 140s, typically should be alright. If they use supports, however, it is going to be screwed. You're just going to be screwed. And another thing I would highly recommend, actually, just so you don't waste your super moves, actually, thinking about it, as I'm losing to Cody again. One thing I do highly recommend when it comes to your super move match, so match 3, if you cannot win, don't use your super move. It's a waste. If you know you can't win, you need to hit a about 260 with both of them, which is rough. Well, you need to hit about 260, which is typical stat for this campaign anyway. It's about 130, 140. As they've hit, see, I don't want to broke. As they put them as 242 and like 245 or whatever it was, or maybe both 242s actually. You'd think I would know, but I don't. Don't remember off the top of my head. But well, you have to hit 512, so there'll be about 266 each when compatible. Actually, well, while we're hit, we'll see. But yeah, I'm using an Unhinged God for this last level because of that pure power equipment. Yeah, it was about 240 odd. It's, yeah, because I'm just jobbing to Cody Rhodes, of course, like he did at well, I'd say John Cena jobbed to him at Sammy Reed, and yeah, they had one of John Cena's best match at a very long time. Seriously. But yeah, like I said, for this, patience is everything in campaign. If you're not patient, don't bother, because you will hate campaign a lot. There we go. And Shaq procced, and it's enough. Now here we go, now we'll get a 3-star level. Hopefully. I swear if these two lose now. No, they'll win. Tiffany Strand should win on difference. Funny, if Tiff procced, we definitely won. Yep, there we go. 100%. Might have to go and check the tape. Well, as we're approaching 26 minutes, 27 minutes. There you go, 258, 280 on Ivor there, 266, 262, Batista procced, super move, there it is. Now, I can't show the animation of me pulling him, Bulldogs already did it last week. Well, let me look. So yeah, here's the match statistics, and it will say 0 for Cena. He did proc, so Cena hit 130, Shaq hit 156, and that's because Shaq carried. Shaq carried that match, 16k difference to a 10k difference on both the cards, 140.5, 140.7. This match, 186.9, which was huge. As you can see with the stats at the bottom, Tiff did not need to proc. She didn't have to use previous moves or whatever. She was still won. Maxine hit 182 somehow. I don't understand how. I guess they both carried each other. It's very weird. But yeah, you have to beat 108.4, 108.2 there, which is where you also use your support. And then this match is excluding everything. Because I know it's very weird and stuff, but he would have gone up massively. And then 266.6 for Cody there, and 262.7k for CM Punk, and that is how you complete campaign. So yeah, that is about it. Sorry for that hellaciously long gameplay of me getting destroyed in level 84. It's what happens when you haven't done it for a very long time, for a little while. But yeah, I have just shown you level 84, and that is how you get Bulldog and Winston. Just know if you're rushing campaign to try and get it done for the Winston and the Bulldog, just know the Winston isn't that great. He's on 11.88k to power, whereas Heenan would be 13.86 with a pro, so Selena would destroy him. There's currently not no way of proing him. Winston, we hopefully should know soon, hopefully rather than later. So yeah, hopefully he is probable by any means. And not just there just because why not? because it's a dog. And also the same with this Drew McIntyre with the terrible puns. There's no way throwing him. Yeah. So if you missed him in the free pack, well done. You've missed a basically equivalent of a ladder. Well, comparing it 15.47 to 17.1. But yeah. Anyway, that should hopefully help you in campaign. Hopefully it should help you get Bulldog. If it does, then like it. These are some of the people that I used, as well as the TNT people. As you can see, there's the input, helped a lot. And your specialist equipment. Well, my specialist equipment used are mostly this, except the Dom Nuggets. There is actually a free one if you type in the code Showcase Showdown or Showdown Showcase. Pretty sure it's Showdown Showcase. In there, and you'll get free Dominic Mysterio Nuggets and 1,969 super coins. Also a 15% chance at the signature Dominic Mysterio, so the title Dominic Mysterio, and then a 10% chance at the foil Dominic Mysterio. So yeah, hopefully that helps a lot. And this Dominic Mysterio without any stuff done, but his nuggets is already 130k speed, and that can go up if I take Maxine's off and give it to Cena. It'll show what, and bear in mind it's not maxed out. And we've got 156,000 charisma with 5k to pound in charisma to deck, 50% chance, so 160 basically talking, 170 tag team wise. But yeah, this is Bulldog with no momentum, just toughness equipment. But yeah, very good card. I'd highly recommend building him in power or toughness. I build him in toughness, but I know some people will build him up in power regarding equipment. But for me, there's just too many other equipments for power to justify it, and toughness for me was seriously lacking. Yeah, this is a 32-minute video, very long video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.